Hi, this is JJ Gut. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute since I shared with you 11 new things on Pinterest. So I decided now is a good time. I'm here in historic Annapolis for an event. So I bought my new microphone that my son actually purchased for me for my birthday. And I said, why not update the people on what's new on Pinterest? So here we go, 11 new things on Pinterest. Without further ado, I decided to divide this up into 3 parts. First part is the most exciting news that a lot of people are talking about, the latest buzz. And then the second part is going to be new features that I noticed. Some of them may or may not be new, may not be available to everyone, but they're new to me and they may be new to you, so why not? And then lastly, e-commerce sort of things. Since Pinterest has branded itself and shifted its business model to become more of a shopping platform more than just a visual search engine, a lot of the new things that they're unrolling usually are for the business and the e-commerce community. And then the last segment is just like extra policy sort of things, just generally about the platform that I think you should know about. Okay, here we go. The first new thing, the most exciting thing that people are talking about is Pinterest Shuffles. So Pinterest Shuffles, if you haven't heard about it, is sort of a new app actually created from Pinterest. Pinterest itself, the platform, created a new tool called Shuffles. And what Shuffles essentially does is allows you to take an existing pin and rework the elements. Now, who's that great for? I think people from the design community or people graphically inclined may be interested in this. I'm not quite sure. We'll see. So that's it. Pinterest Shuffles, new thing on Pinterest. Now let's talk about the new features that I've noticed. The one feature that I've noticed that's new is that you can now actually, or it should be made available to people on a rolling out basis, to add to your Pinterest idea pins. Actually, in the stickers, you can now stick an actual board. What that's going to do is allow people to stay on your pin longer. So for example, if I do a pin when I'm showing off an outfit for the fall, I can actually say this is part of my seasonal outfits board. And I can, when I'm done that pin, the last slide, I can say, check out these other outfits or check out these other recipes. And that way that allows a user to stay on your account longer and also get to know you better and know that you're providing valuable service and maybe choose to then follow your account, which we know that there's some benefits to actually having more followers. One of them being, if you have 1,000 followers, if you don't already have one, you meet one of the criterion that's necessary to be invited to the Pinterest Creator Bonus Program. So that's the second thing that's new. Hope that's helpful. I plan to use that. I think that's really exciting, actually. And I think that'd be a great way of getting your reach up if you can see those red dots, those red lines going down for reach and engagement. I think that's a great way to get yourself in the green category. Okay, the third new thing that's on Pinterest and the second feature is that I've noticed this and maybe not necessarily new, but when you go on the app, you'll see the TV sign in the upper left corner and you'll see a red dot. What that red dot tells you is that there's an actual live program going on now on Pinterest TV, which I've talked about in previous what's new on Pinterest. That is something new if you haven't been on the app lately. Third thing that's new, second thing I've noticed. The fourth thing, I have my notes here, is that branded tool. I believe most people have this. If you have Pinterest for Business and you are not a member of the Creator Fund, one way you can monetize is you can select to do the branded tool. So for example, if I was doing a review or if I pinned something and I talked about my favorite tools. One of my favorite tools could be this mic. Now I can actually tag the manufacturers of this mic in my idea pin. The manufacturers of the mic because they're tagged, they'll see that I tag their product. If they like the way I'm presenting their mic and they like what I'm saying about it, they can actually choose to then partner with me, essentially shake hands and say, hey, we like to use this pin that you did where you talk about a mic and we like to weave it into our campaign and we can make a commerce relationship that way. So that's a great way for you to monetize your pins outside of just putting affiliate links or outside being a member of the Pinterest Creator Awards or Pinterest Bonus Program. So there's a great way in-app to monetize your pins, because we know that Pinterest is doing a hell of a job of keeping people on the app and not having them click through. So that's a great way to get people to do that branded tool. So that's the fourth thing on Pinterest, the third new functionality. Now let's get into some e-commerce sort of tools that are new. The first one that I noticed, I have my notes here, is that Shopify. So Pinterest actually has partnered with Shopify. So they have more functionalities where people who see your pin that links to your Shopify store can actually make a purchase, in-app purchase from Pinterest without necessarily having to click through your Shopify store to make the purchase. And we know that's good of an e-commerce brand. The quicker, the easier people to make the sale, the checkout process, the easier, the more likely you're going to be able to convert and make some more money. So that's really great idea for those of you who are e-commerce using Pinterest to generate sales. Now, the sixth thing that's new, real-time mobile analytics. I think that's a cross between a feature for just general users and commerce purposes, but because you can now use the mobile app and check out how well a pin is doing, you can make actual marketing decisions regarding the pin. Sixth thing that's new. Seventh thing that's new, the third e-commerce related thing that's new, is that now e-commerce brands or businesses can actually have video inside their storefront. So instead of just a pin, just say here's a product, you can actually now incorporate video. Perhaps you partner with me because you're the maker of this microphone and you like my video, and you can take my video of me promoting this microphone and put it in your storefront so people can see that, because we know that people resonate well with video content. Video does well. It's big on all the various different platforms. So that's a bonus for commerce users. So that's the third new commerce thing. And the fourth new thing for commerce and brands is you can do idea pin ads. We know that the users on Pinterest, the people who use Pinterest to gather ideas, use it as a search engine, or use it as a pin board, use it as a vision board for what they want to do. All those folks are getting used to the idea of seeing idea pins percolate to the top when they do a search. So brands know that idea pins actually can do a good job of getting people to actually stay on the content longer. So now you can take an idea pin, and if you're a brand and you would like an idea pin that is in the nature of the popular idea pins, hit me up in the link below. I offer services for brands where I and my team of creators can actually create pins that are attractive and look native to the Pinterest platform for you to use in your marketing. And there you go. It's really, how seamless can that be? So perfect. So that was the 4 new e-commerce things, and that makes the 8th new thing on Pinterest. So let's talk about the 9th thing, is something that actually existed since February. I just found out about it because my friend Heather Ferris, who's also a Pinterest marketer, she mentioned it on her TikTok that there's this thing called Pioneers. When I looked it up, I found out that Pinterest has what's called FAQs. They have a community bulletin board where people can go and ask questions. So members of the Pinterest community can help each other out. So they've identified several of them. Some people actually I know, Melissa Meredith, Simple Pin Media, Kate All, and a few other folks who are well known as Pinterest marketers are in those community helping people out, answering questions. So there's been identified, Pinterest has plucked a few of those to identify them as pioneers and give them a special tag, and then they'll get some attention. And I think that I'm not paying them, but that elevated partnership or elevated presence on the Pinterest platform may lead them to convert into getting people to purchase their coaching services or their I don't know if they have any courses or anything like that. So, and if you are a Pinterest marketer or you do Pinterest and you would like to be part of it, you could have applied. But I think the application deadline is passed. Maybe they'll open it back up, but that's just something to look out for. And if you're not interested, check out the community tab to take advantage of these excellent and wonderful, very resourceful people who are there for you. So yeah, take that, pioneers. The 10th thing is that Pinterest has a new CEO. Why that is important is not necessarily feature, is because that means that as someone new at the helm, they've been given this brand, and actually it's going on the upswing. I saw a post that said Pinterest is steady at 430 million users, and it's essentially stabilized after having a huge jump because of the pandemic and people being home. A lot of folks using Pinterest because it's very beautiful and they want to take their mind off the fact they can't go anyplace, so they're on Pinterest, to a dip after the the restrictions lifted, people were outside, and like Amazon and all the other platforms and other brands that took off because people were home, they took a big dip, and now you're seeing a stabilization. So this new CEO now has a charge of taking what's already working and what they're going with and moving forward. So you may see new things, more exciting things. That's number 10. And the last thing is that something that I know a lot of people are interested in, the Pinterest Creator Rewards Program, where if you have 1,000 followers, if you created like 3 or 4 pins or whatever in the past, idea pins in the past, you can, Pinterest has this program where they will pay people for creating idea pins, and you have bonuses. A lot of people who were on that early on were making a lot of money, and they were running to platforms like TikTok and Shorts, YouTube Shorts and Instagram, and showing people how much money they've made, and that created a lot of buzz and more people coming onto Pinterest, growing their accounts really fast, getting invited to the program, and that's kind of like drained the resources because there's one pot. Before, when the pot was just being used by 10 people, can you imagine? You're making a heavy bonus. But I discovered from someone who was in the program that the bonus numbers has gone down. It's still pretty good compared to other programs like TikToks and Instagrams. However, it's not as much money as they made before because it's more people compete for the same pot of resources and funds. So that's just something that's new to take note. I still think it's worth it because, again, like I said, it's still one of the most lucrative bonus programs where they're paying creators to create content for the platform than other ones. So there you go. So there's 11 new things on Pinterest. I hope that was helpful for you. I try to not make this too long. And I'll see you in the next video. I'll try to do this more regularly, but I can't promise it because I have a lot of things going on. I'm putting myself in different places. And this video is sponsored by jjgat.com, which is my website. And if you'd like me to help you figure out your Pinterest account, you'd like to help you decode your Pinterest account, maybe do an audit of your existing account, redo your existing account if you're interested in that, or if you want us to create idea pins or content for you that you can use your native or organic marketing efforts, I'm available for you. So check out jjgat.com links, or the links inside my description box, and let's work together. Let me help you get unstuck and fix this and figure Pinterest out. If not, I'll see you on my next video, and I want you to see this video right here that YouTube thinks will be wonderful for you, or this Pinterest playlist, depending on what you're in the mood for.